Millennials have a spending power of 2.45 trillion globally. In the next 10 years, they're going to be 75% of the global workforce. So they are extremely powerful and influential. That's why companies are trying to wrap their heads around them. And basically, they millennialize older generations. They are forcing older generations in order to adopt the same technologies in order to connect with them, whether it's from a selling standpoint or a hiring standpoint or just socially, because, grandparents and older generations want to see pictures of their children. So they're using Facebook, Twitter, you name it, in order to interact with them.
Does this mean we're going to have a lot more entrepreneurship coming up? I mean, YouTube is very entrepreneurial in the sense that anybody on there can make their own page, make their own site. They can build their own empire, like PewDiePie, for example.
What we've seen is millennials, even those who have full-time jobs, have side gigs. They're all about starting a blog or selling products online in order to make a living and do what they love. And there's a huge exodus from corporations to entrepreneurship because millennials see that through technology, they're able to build businesses for very low cost.
What do millennials want to be when they grow up? I mean, do they want to stay in this environment, or is it about kind of using this online environment in order to kickstart something else, or to step onto another platform?
Well, millennials are the most tech-savvy generation. They're always connected. They have an average of 700 friends on Facebook and growing, and 16 of which are coworkers. So they don't see personal and professional as different. Everything is kind of collided into one platform. And they want to use this technology in order to express themselves, build relationships, and potentially build the next generation of our companies. A lot of millennials have created companies that have transformed business, like Mark Zuckerberg, David Karp, and several others.
Dan, Bill O'Neill here. I just wanted to ask you the extent to which the economic recession, the economic downturn that occurred relatively soon into the adulthood of the millennials, how the impact that had, particularly in relation to the relationship to the formal labour force and this sort of sense of self-reliance and entrepreneurship, that essentially it was forced on them by an environment, and clearly in Europe, which was very poor for young people, particularly those with training needs.
The recession has had a huge impact on millennials and upcoming generations. Now they're much smarter about how they behave and where they invest, and they're very conservative. But also from a hiring standpoint, they don't really trust corporations. They don't trust CEOs. They definitely don't trust politicians. And so they're trying to figure out how they can make a name for themselves, get out there and establish their own businesses on their own terms.